What's going on, everybody? The Hair here to discuss American Horror Story Season 10, the first quarter, first part, whatever you want to call it, episodes 1 through 4. Here to dissect it. Huge American Horror Story fan, as you can see from my shirt right here. First thoughts off the bat, I think greatness. There's sometimes when you're watching American Horror Story, you see the first episode, you get intrigued, you're not intrigued, it's just exciting because you're saying, where is this story going to go? Right off the bat, the preview for it, or the graphic, you can say, the thumbnail for it is an alien and a vampire like making out or whatever. I'm huge on aliens, humongous alien buff. That's the reason they didn't use it a whole lot in season 2, but it's one of the reasons why season 2 was incredible for that mysterious factor. I wish they would have elaborated more on it. But this is about season 10. Off the bat, it starts off really good. So there's roadkill on the what do you call it, on the street, on the road, and then they get off, they check it out, which is a little bit weird. You don't necessarily do that, but they do it. They see a big chunk, a big bite missing out. You think, oh damn, what's gonna happen? Story continues. It keeps going, and you get to see that the main, I guess you could say the main character, the writer in this, the man, playing the father, he is a Hollywood writer. He is a writer for whatever TV shows, sitcoms, so on and so forth. But he's having a very difficult time grasping his chi, grasping his, I guess you could say, his fellowship, his mindset to get into that killer instinct to write this novel, write this story, write this TV show, and so on and so forth. He just can't find himself to write anything. He continues, and like I said, it's so far it's very intriguing, it's very interesting. So it continues. Meet some people at a bar. First off, he has a wife that's pregnant. He has a little girl. She's a really talented violinist. I don't know if that's even a real term, but yes, she's very good at the violin. And there's a lot of different little factors about this. So they continue with it. He cannot find what's going on. So first off, and I'm kind of being, going all over the place about it, but they find this character, this bald, pale, he has sharp teeth, this weird-looking creature chasing them. And they're like, what the heck is this? And they're frightened. The little girl and the mom are frightened. Eventually he comes into the house. The man kills him. And you start to find out later on what this is about. So basically, again, back to the guy. He's having a hard time finding his chi to write this novel. And he goes to a bar. First, he has a date with his wife. She's not feeling great. She's pregnant, not feeling great. She had the incident with the house, the break-in and all that. And she wants to just stay home. Okay, so she said, hey, you go out, you unleash a little bit, just let yourself go, find your inner self to maybe get some inspiration about, so you can write. So he does. He goes out. He meets a couple of people, and you see a couple of familiar faces, from American Horror Story, and they come in and they're singing. I believe his name's Evan Peters. He's singing, and then his, I guess, partner, you can say, is she was the old maid on the first American Horror Story. I forget. She was also with the big red poofy hair on Coven. So so he sees them. They talk, they exchange information. Evan Peters invites him over, and they talk a little bit. He tells him, hey, you remind me of myself, I can help you or whatever. So he's kind of in a desperation mode right now. He had a break-in, he had a kill, he just doesn't know what to do. He offers him a little black pill. He says, with this, it'll be the best writing of your life. First he says no, and he's like not sure what to do. Then eventually, of course, he takes it, and he just writes days on end. I mean, literally days on end. Couple days in a row, he's writing, going crazy. His agent calls him and says, hey, they think this is crazy. Joaquin Phoenix wants to sign you. Netflix offers you a deal. So they're going crazy. They're super happy. But there's some repercussions to that because he's a little more violent. He lashes out at his little girl. And it's interesting. Later on, you get to see that the little black pill makes you bloodthirsty. It makes you want to suck people's blood. Vampire-esque. So they're basically evolving to vampires. Also, what's crazy, this little girl takes it because she's very stubborn. She wants to be really good at the violin. And she takes it. She just does it behind her dad's back. Then she becomes bloodthirsty. ends up hunting for her. He goes on hunts with the people he met. They get really pissed at him. They tell him, "Hey, do not let her take that shit anymore." They see that he's taking a canister for her. That's why he doesn't want her to hunt. And it's pretty crazy so far. It's very, very intriguing. This is seems like it's going to be a really good season so far. I'm super intrigued, very much into it. And again, so far it's really good. It left me wanting more because I want to find out when the aliens pop up, how they even come up with this. Dead bodies are washing up on the shore. The police chief is on everybody's ass. The little girl ends up killing the police chief. It's just a lot has happened in these first 4 episodes. I'm very excited to see what else happens. Can't wait to see when they're released. The cliffhanger they left so there's basically a chemist that is making these pills. She made it by accident, and she moves there in this little quiet spot. And a lot of artists and directors and whatever, they go there to write in the cold times, the winter times. But what I like about this is they're basically saying that the Hollywood elites, people at the top, because they're basically saying everybody that takes this, that are talented, they become millionaires, famous, they do all this stuff. People that aren't famous or people that aren't talented, when they take this, they become those creatures that I mentioned before, those vampire-ish, pale, white, bald creatures. And so they're basically saying if you have the elite potential, you take this pill and you become elite, you become millionaire. If you're not worthy, if you're not talented, you become this. They did some backstory about the non-talented people taking it and seeing how the first bald guy that got killed, how he became how he was. He lost his hair and just got sporadic. But yeah, they're basically saying, back to my point, that the Hollywood elite are vampires, or they take certain things to make themselves better. I like when they do that. They mentioned that in Apocalypse 2, talking about the Hollywood elites. I very, very much like where they're going in this season. I'm very intrigued by it. I can't wait. Again, I want to see the alien shit. I cannot wait. It should be super fun, super exciting. Can't wait to see what are the repercussions for the police chief being dead. There's a lot left to tell. I'm super intrigued. American Horror Story, you're killing it. Season 10, back better than ever. The Hair approved. Can't wait to see it. Let's watch more. We'll be here to review it. The Hair.